What's up, cooks? It's Wednesday. We're going to talk today about spice jars. These are the jars that we're going to be using in the studio kitchen in my spice drawer. I had this crazy idea to make this fancy spice drawer, and it has taken a life of its own, right? Today, we're going to go hit up our international market to get some spices to fill these jars, and I'll show you how I'm setting those up. Welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. So for the new studio kitchen, I'm working on this spice drawer. And my idea was that I didn't have this idea that I wanted to decant everything in there and get rid of all the original packaging. I don't have time for that. And although I love the way it looks, it's just not feasible for my lifestyle, right? But I'm also a type of person who I don't like to look at a bunch of ads. So if you look at our bathrooms, I don't have any products out on the counter. When I get up in the morning and I go to brush my teeth, I don't want to see any advertising. So I keep everything down in the cabinets. I have absolutely no products hanging around my bathroom. And I kind of want some of an element of that in the studio kitchen. I don't want to open my spice drawer and see a bunch of labels that are basically just a bunch of ads. It brings up my anxiety. There's too much going on. I want simple, clean, so I can relax while I'm cooking, right? So my plan was to, when I set up the drawers, it's a 36-inch drawer. And I put some trays in there that are slightly at an angle. So when you put the spice jar on them, they sort of sit like this, and you can see the label on these. I wanted all the labels to be the same. So I started out with these, and these were too big. They wouldn't fit in the drawer. The drawer wouldn't close. So I ordered these 4-ounce jars, and so this is what we're going to use. They work pretty good on there. They came with labels, and the labels are beautiful. They're black with white lettering. But the problem is I have a lot of different spice blends, and I have a lot of unique things, and they don't give you a label for everything. You would have to handwrite some of those. So that would make some of the labels different than the other, which isn't that big a deal, but it's not really what I wanted. And then to top it off, the labels that came with these and some of the labels on Amazon number it. So it'll say all spice number 1, all, and if you don't use a spice in between those, your numbers are off, right? So I didn't want to do that. So I came up with this plan to create my own labels, which is difficult because I can't print the black and white. A laser printer doesn't print white. So you're not going to have a fully black label with white ink on there. You can't do that on a laser. So I went and got some of these round Avery labels. I'm creating the labels for these large jars, and these are going to be the ones that I can scoop with like a teaspoon or a tablespoon. And I also have these that have like a sprinkler. They're like a shaker. And so on these, I've come up with this crazy idea. So I started this whole process using my P-Touch. I'll show you how that I'm doing this. The very first thing we need to do is we need to run out to the store to get some more spices. We're going to go to an international market and see what they have. And I started filling these, but I got a lot more work to do. So let's go to the store. We need some onions.
Onions? All right, we got green beans. Yay. I don't know, these are peppers. There's some more green stuff. I have no idea what it is. We got apples. We got oranges. Then we got a bunch of stuff on the back row. This just goes on forever. American and Indian okra. Eggplants. Got more stuff back there. More stuff in the background. In sky view, we got more stuff over there.
Those are fake chickens. So these are all seasonings, as well as the row behind us. We got a lot of chili. We should find some chipotle powder. Coconut powder, coconut flakes. See what they got here. Ancho pasta? Ancho paste. Tomato paste. Looks like I want some of this, but in a jar. Rosemary. Okay, we're on our way home, and it's raining. Woo.
Skies look scary.
Really scary. Whoa. Slow down. Some people are driving crazy. We still got the hazard on, so you can see it. You got our hazards on
Yeah,
there?
we're good.
Whoa, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down,
I'm good, Amy.
slow down.
I got a big old truck behind me.
Seriously, I can see better through my camera than I can through the van.
Well, because your camera probably lights things up a little bit.
That was good. I see some clearing up ahead.
You're not clearing.
Okay, we're back from our trip. Boy, did it rain on our way back. It was pouring. I got some rice noodles. These are like rice sticks. And I got some naan. I love this. One thing that was interesting, a lot of these have dairy in them, but there's no dairy in these. Okay, so we have some stuff here. I got some lemon pepper. Boom. I usually buy this from mail order, but I didn't bother. Whole nutmegs. I have some of these for up here, but I need some more for here. Here I have some basil. Yay, dried. And I also got some thyme. Thyme. Is it thyme? No, but it's time for some coriander ground.
They had a ton of coriander.
They had ton. White pepper.
And cumin. They have a ton of cumin.
This is white pepper, but it's really, really powderized. So I might get the two. Ginger, ground ginger, ginger powder. And I got some cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon. So let me show you real quick how I'm setting these jars up. So I know it's easy to watch like the TikToks or whatever, or the shorts, and see somebody, you know, pull out their drawer and it's like a spice mess and they push it in and then they pull it back out and it all looks perfect, right?
Yeah, because it's 5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot between those. And I'm realizing when I'm going through this, I'm like, this is taking me a while because I wanted to wash these. And so I washed them and then it took like 2 days for them to dry because you want to make sure they're completely and totally dry in there because you don't want to put your dry spice. Whoa! Whoa, did you see that? You don't want to put dry spices in them. There's any water in there. That would be bad. So it took like, not only do I have 48 jars, so I had to wash those. I have to wash the lids. Plus I have like 12 of these. So I had to, and then it took 2 days for them to dry. So I'm already like a week into this and I have only done a few of them so far. So this is how they look. And what I did is I took my P-Touch and I created this label and I bought some P-Touch tape that's clear with white text.
White text with the P-Touch because the laser won't do it.
Yeah, so a lot of them, it's like, it's white tape with black. And I kind of wanted to do something different. So I did this clear with white text, because sort of to mimic those black labels. That's what I want to use. And I put it on the edge here. So they'll all line up in the drawer. They look kind of cute, I think. Like that. That's just me being fancy, right? I think they look kind of nice. Mm-hmm. It's hard to see if there's no spices in them. So if you don't have any spices in there, then you know, if you can't see it, then you know it's empty, right?
Well, you can't read it either.
So in my P-Touch, I have this. This is a generic one, and I'll put a link down in the description to these. This is white ink clear tape, 12 millimeter. And it's a generic P-Touch. I think you get like 4 of these in there. The tape can be kind of expensive, but it's pretty cheap when you buy the generic ones. Some of them, you look at the reviews and they like jam all the time in the machine. These had really good reviews. So, and I used them before. So I got like a 12 pack of the white with the black. They're just going to last forever because it's a ton of it. So this is where we're at, right? I started labeling a couple of these. I don't know where the ones that I labeled. Oh, wow. So this is how the cinnamon looks. So we got the cinnamon. I could have bought bigger labels, but oh well, I'm not going to go order another one just because they're not the exact size. So when this is all done, I will show you my new spice drawer. It's going to be beautiful, even though it took all this time. Once you get it all set up, all you got to do is refill the jars that empty out. So it's not as bad, but it's quite a bit of work making it happen. So when you see the drawer pull out, full with a mess, push back in and pull out, and it all looks beautiful, just remember, there was a lot of work behind that. I hope you have a great Wednesday. If you have any other ideas for the spices, let me know, because, you know, I'm just doing this. I don't know what I'm doing, right? So we'll see if this system works. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great week.